Mayor Rich Tran from the city of Milpitas, and I'm with Silicon Valley Faces, and we're talking about Camp Everytown and absolutely everything that it means. Being from Milpitas myself, a graduate of Milpitas High School, I was able to actually go to Camp Everytown 20 years ago to today. When I still think about it, the diversity was so inclusive, and it provided a framework for me to really learn about myself and see the world in a very special place and how it should be. The experiences that I had there, I can really use when I'm out in the community or even during city council meetings. Through my Camp Everytown experience, I'm able to communicate with folks, understand folks, sympathize with folks, and empathize with others. And I'm so thankful for Camp Everytown for empowering me. There's never been a more important time to support Camp Everytown and the program, the experience that it offers to our youth in the community. Why? Because the world that we live in, things are changing faster than ever, and folks from all over the world are more connected than ever.
Hi, I'm Paula Sulodri. I'm a police officer with the City of Campbell. I attended Camp Everytown when I was a junior in high school at Gun High School. My experience there was phenomenal, empowering, powerful. Camp Everytown empowered me by finding my voice, knowing my strength, becoming part of a community, getting along with my peers, my teachers, knowing that I could approach other students that I would have never spoken to before, knowing that we were all one. Honestly, if I could really just seeing these kids, when we do that privilege line, right, and how many kids stand up and then want to kill themselves. 20 years ago, maybe 2 kids stepped forward. I knew that I was okay then. It's scary to think that these kids don't know they're okay now. I started thinking about it a lot. These kids are going through a lot, and I think we all went through a lot, but we overcame, and I think these kids now, they need that support to know that they can overcome. Sending police officers to Camp Everytown is really important because it humanizes the badge. It allows us to break the gap in our community of police officers and youth. It makes us human, so these kids can see us in a normal, everyday life and know that we're here to help them every day in uniform and in out.
Hi, my name is Ariana Briones. I am a behavioral technician with Upland Family Services. I work with children with autism. With Santa Teresa High School, I went to Camp Everytown when I was a sophomore, and I returned again when I was a senior to be a counselor in training. My Camp Everytown experience was life-changing. I can't really forget it. It was also a really emotional time. I remember it was difficult, but I grew so much from the experience. You know, in the midst of high school, I think there's not a lot of serious topics about, race relations, gender, suicide, mental health, at least when I was in high school. Those conversations were big for me. I mean, it was kind of shocking to hear some of the things that my classmates were going through, but it also helped me grow. Today, do a lot of things with social justice, working with the Latino community, and back then, being a person of mixed background, I didn't really even think about my Latina identity that much. And then in camp, we started talking about that identity. And today, it's such a huge part of me. So I think that was one of my stepping off points for being so passionate about race relations and social justice issues. Camp Everytown, I got my first experience being like a counselor in training. And that was my first sort of experience that I could put on a resume, for college. And back from that, I've looked into counseling, and right now I do therapy for children with autism. People's lives, and also Camp Everytown just provides a lot of leadership opportunity as well for students to show lots of growth and maturity, to show leadership for their peers, and it's a jumping off point.
Hello, my name is Peter Ortiz, and I work as the Manager of Public Policy and Government Affairs for Year Up, and I also have the privilege of serving Santa Clara County on the County Board of Education. I attended Camp Everytown during my junior year at Independence High School in East San Jose. My Camp Everytown experience was life-changing, impactful, and exciting. Growing up in my community, the way I would approach disagreements was from a one-sided point of view. And by being in the same room with other individuals from different walks of life, it allowed me to build empathy with their life experiences so that moving forward, I could approach things as a more of a neutral understanding of people's situations. So the most impactful thing about Camp Everytown was taking myself out of the social environment of high school and putting me into a neutral zone with individuals who I hadn't interacted with in the past. It kind of allowed me to get out of my shell and just allowed me to be myself, which was something that I couldn't do when I was younger. It's important for the community to support FACES and the services that they provide. Kids and young adults need services that FACES provides because a lot of us don't have strong role models and safe environments where we can interact in areas where we won't be judged. FACES creates an environment for our youth to develop both mentally and professionally, and their absence would truly be felt in our communities.